In just a bit, thanks. The water crisis in Flint is raising questions about lead poisoning here at home. Doctors aren't required to test your kids, even though kids under 7 are most at risk. Now, we first told you about the lead dangers in our area because of the age of our homes. And new at 6, we're learning more about what you need to do. WSBT-22 Suzanne Spencer is here, and you have important information for parents to know about, Suzanne.
Rick, we're talking about how to prevent your kids from getting lead poisoning and what to do if they test positive for it.
Where we find safety may also be what's hurting our kids. Whitney Griffin is the lead risk assessor for St. Joseph County.
The housing stock is very old, so 8 out of 10 homes you're going to find lead paint, and most kids are exposed to lead in their homes.
Anytime a child gets lead poisoning, it's her job to go into the homes and find the source. She says 99% of the time, it's paint. That's also the reason Dr. Melissa Hickey with the South Bend Clinic tests her patients.
Most of the time they do it as a capillary blood draw, which is basically a finger stick. If the level comes back high, then they will need to go through and do a venous blood draw, which is the typical IV kind of blood draw.
But Dr. Hickey isn't required to do that. It's up to the individual doctors or practices. Only if your child is on Medicaid are they required to test for lead at 12 and 24 months. But the health department recommends getting your kid tested every single year until at least age 7.
Some kids are tested at their doctor's office, some kids are tested at WIC, and then the health department does offer free lead testing. Again, as long as the child is under the age of 7 or a pregnant woman.
If the test level comes back too high, the county health department takes over.
And they're assigned one of our public health nurses, and we both go out to the home. I am in the home looking for lead hazards. The public health nurse talks to the family about the child's behaviors, talks to them about their diet, gives them a retesting schedule.
Should they find lead in your home, you have 60 days to get rid of it. That can be very expensive, though. St. Joe and Elkhart counties both had grants that got rid of at least hundreds of homes, but both of those have almost run out. Now, the important thing to remember here, lead can be devastating to a child's mental capabilities later in life if exposed to lead over long periods of time. Now, just to recap some of those tips for you and your family, the health department recommends testing your kids every year until at least age 7. Keep dust off all of those floors, especially if you live in a home built before 1978. Head over to the health department for a free lead test or home assessment. And Leanne, we have many more resources on our WSBT mobile app about where you can go to get those free tests.
All right, Suzanne.